Gavan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I'm Arika Galadirthin, the head of Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to the Umbar campaign. I've just been having a little look around the map, and there seems to be some sort of oddities dotted about. So when we end the turn, I shall have a look through and see if they have, if they are continuing on. We'll find out in a moment. Right, what will our plan be now? What should we do now? How to deal with the remnants of Harad whilst also attacking the vast strength of Dol Amroth in the north up there. Obviously we've got two large armies. We could try and make them meet at that bridge at the same time and see if Dol Amroth takes the bait. That's all I've really got at the moment, I'm afraid. But if we crush this force here, I think Dol Amroth will be severely crippled. But and then a force that is being built here
can you not tell
also certainly have use. But as you can see at the moment, none of my regions that have ports can currently build ships, and I don't know why that is. I just had a quick look in the files and there doesn't seem to be any concern, so I'm hoping that an end turn might jog their memory and remind them that they can train ships. But we will see. Interesting as well that that can only train Southron Lancers at the moment, where it should be able to train Raiders and Pikemen as well. One wonders if something has happened to the export descript unit, and it is affecting us all. Because there's no reason why they shouldn't be available to us. Just have to hope that an end turn will do it. And then if not, we'll just have to do this episode with a few problems, and then I'll worry about that in behind the scenes between now and the next one. So we will try and move on Tir Ethraid. Ah, but then Harad, we can't leave that eastern side open to Harad. We also border Khand now as well in 2 locations, so they'll be presenting as a problem in no time, I'm
Your orders,
sure.
my lord.
I really don't know what to do. And I'm very interested as to why the units are not available. We will try and come on Tir Ethraid. I don't think we're going to have to face any threats from the north for a while, so I'll leave behind some corsairs. That should be enough, really. Well, we want to leave 2 units, really, don't we? So the corsair warriors can stay as well.
With honor, we shall continue tomorrow. This tower will keep vigil over the lands.
One wonders if maybe some changes have been made to the EDU that are from a no. Sorry, that's my own train of thought that I shouldn't really be droning on about. We'll leave. No, we won't.
How may I serve? Orders.
Yes, we will leave you 2. We'll take corsairs in your stead.
Yes.
Army move up.
Continuing tomorrow.
Now we'll see what Dol will
Directing a
do.
watchtower.
Oh, we can repair and retrain. Splendid. We've got a barn moving east to build towers, and Captain Dulo is heading to Gobel and Calamon to reinforce our centre there from the forces of Harad. But that is all for now, so we'll end the turn. And we can pray beyond hope that whatever the cause of this interesting training bug will go just after an end turn. Don't really have any way around it if it doesn't. It distresses me when there are problems with the mod that aren't immediately understandable and require extra work. Where's he going to retreat to this time?
Rally to me, men! We must regroup. Making camp here.
No, thank you. Oh, Harad's decline. Ah, splendid. Yes, it was just it needed a turn. And ships are available everywhere. Which is good, because my plan here is to build a warboat form an army from these two and surprise attack Mithrast, which will not have a large garrison at this time. Ah, and Mordor are the cause for this. We aren't currently at war with Mordor, and I don't think they have a particular reason to think we would want to go to war.
Yes. To battle. We shall prevail.
Right.
Yes.
You guys there.
My lord.
Al-Tufail.
Approaching
Head over the river there.
quietly.
My lord.
We want to
Your
bolster
orders,
that
my lord.
force with archers if possible.
Orders.
Orders, my lord. Orders.
Yeah. So you lot go into the main army.
Joining forces,
Merge them.
my lord.
You're not really worthy of
My
being in the
lord.
main army, but I want to disband you.
My lord.
And then you guys stand directly
By
behind,
your command.
and then that will give us a large bonus there. How much are we making now? Oh, not very much money at all, but money is money.
Orders. By your command.
Ah, Warlord
There
Musab.
will be much honor in defeating you.
Captain Wakas, Warlord Musab, and Captain Gimil Gahad are all pressing in on Gobel and Kalimar.
Yes, my lord.
Well, that's alright, we'll let them do that.
Honor. This tower
They're just
will keep
disappointed
vigil
because
over
we've
the
absolutely
lands.
smashed them.
Yes.
Oh, and there's their faction leader.
Once I
Goodbye.
capture you, your title will mean nothing.
Have we got anything at home that we could use? Yeah, for some reason we've got extra Corsairs in all of our buildings. Why did I train extra Corsairs that I
Your
then
will,
didn't
my
use?
lord.
That's the question here.
My lord. Your will, my lord. As you wish. We'll make camp here. By your
Maybe they
command.
used to be free upkeep. I'll
March
have to
to
rewatch an
exhaustion,
earlier video and
continuing
see if
later.
that's
My lord.
something
go
to
no
do
further
with
today.
again with some changes. If there's some problem changes. Now the armies being trained there are just armies, so we will keep behind a unit of Corsairs and probably those archers and take the rest away. Gobelin Calamon will just have to hold with what it's got there. And there's a reasonable force in Amun Aithel. Well, there isn't really, is there? That's an awful force actually, but it would serve us an awful lot better to be in Imlad Khanan than it would in Amun Aithel at this time. So we'll leave behind you, and we'll leave behind you, but the rest of you head for
Yes.
Imlad.
March to exhaustion, continuing later.
Oh, you can both be retrained, and they can get those.
Orders.
Peter Jackson is building us
Yes.
some more towers.
My lord. This is a perfect position to ambush. Erecting a watchtower. Erecting
Once
a
that is
watchtower.
retrained, and in 4 turns we'll get that boat. Our new UI worker has sent me a link to some Adonaic words, which I have no knowledge of Adonaic at all, I'm afraid. But using some careful construction, we will be able to rename a few of the more generic units in Umbar's roster. And the starting name that will certainly be changed is that will no longer just be called a war boat, and it will now be called something else, which means Daughter of the Sea. I think it's as Azraphel. So I'm looking forward to that. A bit more flavour, a bit more interest. Right, let's end the turn again. Now that there's no more bugs, we don't have to worry about that. Their traits aren't mixed up, which is good, because I just made the change to make Camul properly locked inside Dol Guldur. So I was just praying that wouldn't affect the traits like it has done in the Northern Dunedain and Dorwinian campaigns. The Umbar campaign has been very good fun, but now we do face a challenge quite soon on. What to do with Gondor, Dol Amroth and Mordor. As all 3 are strong enemies and all 3 are right outside our borders now. Oh, the Mountain Orcs are doing well. But we're 60 turns in, so it is expected. Our towers
orders, my lord.
are keeping track of what's
With
happening.
honor. This tower will keep vigil over the lands.
Did I
Yes.
build down that path? Yes, I did. So we have another path here, so we'll
Making
also build
camp
towers
here.
down there.
We can go no further, my lord.
Your will,
They
my
have
lord.
arrived.
By your command.
Ah, with Mordor on the west, and we're across the river, Dol Amroth is squeezed, and hopefully we can kill off Istnir, Timbrethil, and Amandir, who are all good generals with high-ranking units. Like, the actual general's bodyguard has a high rank in those factions.
My lord. Approaching quietly.
And then we'll have to see what
Approaching
happens with
quietly.
My lord.
Gondor,
We're
because
well
we're
positioned
obviously going
to
to
launch
ease the
an
pressure on
ambush
Gondor
now.
when we suddenly turn against Mordor, which will not be expected. All of you bar one now head to Barad-dûr, the staging ground.
We'll make camp here.
Got these units down here which can head to Barad-dûr
lord.
actually.
As you wish. Orders. Merging armies, my lord. My lord. Your will, my lord.
Yeah. So it's going to be a Corsair army, so it will be purely raiders. No match for the real troops of Dol Amroth. But we'll give them a run for their money. Otherwise we're ending turn again, nothing else happening. Look how many forces Mordor already have. They're such a horde faction. Hopefully we'll take them by surprise. I wonder how they'll split their forces now that they're fighting Gondor and Umbar. It'll be an interesting one to see. Although they've broken off their engagement there, interestingly. Oh, and that spy got in. The turns might be running a little slower because the infuriating Windows Defender has told me that it must run a scan on my computer, otherwise we won't be safe. Dol Guldur is besieged, and Run are doing really well. No, not Run are doing really well. That was the barracks event, wasn't it? I just saw the images of the shields and I assumed. You should never assume. Right, Musab has moved off, not even bothered with us, so that's an interesting turn of events.
My lord. Yes.
2 turns till we can get our warboats.
Your will, my lord.
And then they've got to train.
By your command. We can go no further today.
Still only making about 1,000 though, so I don't want to overdo it in terms of unit costings. Unit training, sorry. Archery range, practice range. Shipwright, port. Oh, that one's not even got a port. Oh dear, we are out of money. But again, we can't really do anything, unfortunately. It is all now just pivoting on what happens at Tir Ethraid. We only have 3 turns till we find out. Oh, I forgot about you, though. I always forget something. Something always slips through the net. If you have not seen, those of you who petition us greatly, I think I've said this in a few videos, but I'll say it again anyway. The Elven Hobbit models are being completed by Baz and someone called Coochie Baby. I've definitely said this before because I remember saying his name. So I just remind you all that they are not being created by Dak. I have no hand in how long they will be and when they will be ready.
Resolve our differences, or this is war.
It already is war, you idiots. I'll tell you what, I know I'm going to attack everyone, but I will make a counter. I will give you a ceasefire, and I'll give you trade map information and trade rights if you give me a region. I want Corandage from you. Even that is generous. Oh, they rejected it.
Discussions come to a close.
I'm not accepting ceasefire with them until they are just a blip. I mean, they're already quite weak, but they've still got a few forces knocking around which could do some damage if left unchecked.
Yes, my lord.
Oh, we don't have enough money to build a tower. So I don't want to just hand Harad peace on a plate.
My lord.
I don't want peace.
you
The remit of this campaign is to attack everyone and accept no peace. But I will accept peace if it means them basically giving me the game, them essentially ruining themselves. Nothing has happened again. Oh, they're training though. That's good to see.
Be gone.
Hey, Captain
I will only
Colfinther
address
is
you in battle.
doing something. I don't really think you are needed there
Show me
either
I
if you head
serve.
down to Gobel.
Yes.
And we end the turn again. I don't think Dol Amroth will attack because the bridge battle is weighted way too heavily in my favour. Although I won't be able to control both armies, and so the reinforcement army won't use the bridge properly, and we will lose a lot of men in that fight. Just have to be clever with stakes and clever with our archers in the initial army. Oh, I get it, you're spying on me. Why does it keep doing that for so long? Look at Gondor. fielding their navy with great strength. All Fenestrianen has been assaulted. Mirkwood and Anduin are back at war with one another. It's not going well for good factions elsewhere, is it? Not going well at all.
Your will, my lord. By your command.
Oh, we can build our towers there. Oh, there's a force and a half. Musab's on his way back.
Your orders, my lord.
This tower will keep vigil over the lands. With honor, this tower will keep vigil over the lands. We shall continue tomorrow.
Keep heading out,
My lord.
building those towers.
Not possible. Yes.
How much does that cost? 900. There is no real way that we're going to be able to train that, is there? Let's be honest. But we can hope. Ah, they did attack. And they've night battle, which restricts Haven Master Gassan. So we are outnumbered. Not very much, though. They've got catapults, which are always a pain on bridge battles. Not an amazing force, though. Quite militia-orientated. Now, he has some strength. Lebanon Guardsmen are not to be trifled with. They're a strong unit. 3 bodyguards. We'll give it everything we've got.
Attack!
Oh, no, it's not because of the... No, surely it is because of the night battle. Or is it? No, I'm uncertain. I think it's... no, it's because the army that has attacked us is the army that's sallying out of the castle. And our reinforcement army is not within the catchment area. So the fact that it's at night time actually has no effect. But unfortunately it is, as I say, going to take a little longer to load thanks to Windows doing that check thing. I forgot that it was doing it when I started it up. So it's going to be marked by a slightly longer loading time. I can't tell you what that is a picture of, though, I'm afraid. Of all the many loading screens, that's just one of the few that I do not recognise. Perhaps Gundabad, maybe an artist's rendition of Gundabad. Or is that one of the War in the North ones? Not really too sure, I'm afraid. Have I been asked any questions recently? I don't think I have. Most questions that get asked in the comments now get answered by other people, which is delightful, and I thank you immensely for that. So I don't really have too many questions to answer, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because this is taking far longer than I am expecting it to. It's loaded a bit, and it has yet to give me a crash message. Touch wood, it won't. An inordinate loading time.
The enemy are bringing in
Oh, dear.
reinforcements.
Oh dear, it's not even a oh dear, I have massively underestimated. This may not go in our favour. I can't lay any stakes. And what we've got at the moment is all we're going to have. We're going to have to form into a sort of ball formation and try and just hold out as long as we can. We're not really on a hill. We're not really in a good position. Archers, don't use fire arrows. Oh, yes, of course. The changes. Hummingbird, and this will be a wonderful test for this feature, has recently assigned all ranger units horde formation. So rangers will no longer stand in the nice straight lines that you can see just in front of those units. And we can use this battle as a test to see how, whether or not that is a good change or whether or not that is just infuriating. Right, we are just going to try and hold in a sort of ball. Every unit will be on the defensive. It's the best that I can think of at this moment. Because they will use their cavalry to try and flank us. So we need to try and ensure that we don't get flanked. We have a lot of archers, so we need to try and use them to the best of their ability. That should do for that side. Oh, we've got more archers over there. Yeah, move over there. 2 units of cavalry. Use you to harass, but for now just come and stand at the back. And we get those guys on there in that strong section. And our general can support there. Is that everyone moving? Yes, it is. Oh dear. No, change to ×1. Yeah, there we are. ×6, unfortunately, it's going to be one of those occasions where on ×6 speed the game is actually slower than just on normal speed, because there are a great deal of troops in this battle. We need to, if we don't win, which is likely, I'm afraid, we need to at least kill enough of Dol Amroth to ensure that our second supporting army can then take the city and kill Isnir and his forces. It's too important for you to just be all mingling around. So if you could run, that'd be brilliant. Everybody defend apart from the 2 units of cavalry. Who's this charging us? Oh no, I don't really know what they're doing. But they're the last ones to get through and in. Alright, I think we're in formation.
We bring silent death.
Now the Ranger Horde mode is quite a good idea, to be honest, because... Oh, I've paused it. Because Rangers would not stand in a battle line like this. They'd hide behind trees. They'd use as much cover as they possibly could. They do all those sorts of things. They wouldn't just stand in a line with the rest of your forces. They would be more like Rangers. But whether or not this formation has any issues. I know that having the wargs in Horde formation used to cause problems with them when they reinforced. When they were in a reinforcing army coming onto the battlefield. Oh, he's let his lancers walk up to us and just get massacred. I think the real battle will be had when the reinforcing army arrives.
Spearmen.
But everybody form up. Hold the line, men. Ah, the Corsairs have got armor upgrades. Yes, they look good. Plenty of arrows fire overhead. Someone's still using fire arrows. Oh, the Corsairs are probably a bit too close. But the enemy is not really that close yet, so it doesn't matter. They will be a target of cavalry, I expect, because they don't have any bonus against cavalry. Yeah, the archers could do with being in a better formation. Right, we'll pull the rangers right to the back. You lot form just into a straight line through there. You two go into that mode and then form up in the centre there. Anytime you like. Oh, they really did hit them. Oh, and it was the Royal Swan Guard. But then Corsair Savages are effective against armour, so they'll get some kills off. Might need to reinforce that section though. Come on, stop bugging out. This is not the time. Tell them all to stop, and then wherever they're standing, they stand still, and then they start firing. Get out of there. Now, the one thing they don't have is very many archers. So whilst they've got some militia over there peppering us with a few fire arrows, it's nothing we can't really handle. Whereas archers we are well up on. Right, you are not being engaged properly, so you're pulling in. Corsairs on the edge there to deal with that. I need you to support this central section. Oh no, look at that. Stop their charge! Stop their charge! Look how many there are. That must be Isnir. Dear, oh dear. Surely Isnir can't be... With a bodyguard that size, I'm wondering if maybe Isnir is now the heir or the faction leader of Dol Amroth. I didn't check. It would say, actually, wouldn't it? I would have picked it out. But that's a larger than average
Changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
battalion. We just need to kill everything that we can. We can retreat, I suppose, actually. We could get some of our best units out. And by that, of course, I mean get the archers out. Because the Castamir's Rangers and whatnot will supplement the secondary force a lot better. But no, we'll fight on until something collapses. Although, look, everything's collapsing. What are we kidding? No. I won't needlessly throw away troops that are strong and can help us later. I will happily let the general stay and fight to the last, but this force, this lot of elite, I want them out. I want them in the second army. And the rest of you can focus on trying to kill what's left here. Again, apologies for any stuttering. Corsair archers, now it's your turn. Just get out. How far away from the edge of the map are we? Oh, a reasonable way if their cavalry do decide to follow us. Oh, look, they've overrun there. Keep holding this line. Yeah, we're holding right here.
Only
What's
half
here?
the enemy force remains.
Oh, it's our general. Supporting the Belegar. Too bad, not too bad. And these units are all going to get away. Perfect. And the cavalry haven't decided to chase any of them down yet. Of course, losing the victory means that they will heal more units than we will heal. We won't heal any that die, but those that flee will, of course, flee. So we'll at least get them away. I'm tempted to have him run away, but he'll get chased down by the cavalry. That's a large move. Well, the clouds move as well. I never noticed that. I do want to run him away, but we've got quite a lot of generals already. And he's the only one that could threaten the Swan Guard. If we can kill a single general, then we've got a bonus. Oh, the Royal Swan Guard. No, I didn't notice that they'd changed and were hitting them. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Just get over that line.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Ah, good. We'll at least get 100 or so of them away. Some Corsairs not even fighting there. Oh, our general's getting attacked by Swan Guards left, right and centre.
Our foolish general has
Oh,
thrown
good
his
lord,
life
that
away.
kill was...
Perhaps our chances of victory with it.
Alright, if troops haven't already run, then this is all over. If you can get out, get out.
We've been dealt a stinging defeat today.
Oh, we killed 878 of Imlaks. We only killed 40 of Isnir's. It's not good enough. We needed to kill more. At least it's loaded faster that time around.
We're ready to
Fall back and regroup. Lifting the siege.
Right, what we'll do this time is just stand on the bridge. And we'll see if that tempts them into attacking us. But we got quite a few away by the look of that army. It's got at least half a banner. But I will end this episode when the new turn begins. I'll check the things on the left as always do, and then I shall end this one. So once again, I must apologise for the slower nature of this video. I really didn't think that the impact of the full scan would be this bad, but it has been. Nazgul have returned to Dol. Curious to faction announcements. That's just the death of Utbar. Oh no. Councilman Utbar, yeah. That was our faction heir. Probably should have got him away. Oh well. Wars are fraught with decision making that could be considered bad. And my wars are certainly littered with examples of bad leadership. But anyway, so thank you very much for watching this first Umbar video, if indeed you have. I'm Araka Galadir in the head of Divide and Conquer. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments below, or try and use Total War Center rather than ModDB if you wish to use something else. But until we speak again, dear friends, Navar Naden Pedimad Melonin, and farewell.